Yes. Shall we start, sir?
Yes, go ahead.
Good afternoon, everyone. This is Niyati Parikh, Company Secretary of Zodiac Energy Limited. It gives me immense pleasure to welcome you all to the 29th Annual General Meeting of the company. On behalf of the Board of Directors of the company, I extend warm welcome to all of you at the 29th Annual General Meeting of the company. Hope all of you are safe and in good health, and wish you all to stay safe and as you are. Due to social distancing consequent to COVID-19 pandemic, we are holding this annual general meeting through video conferencing in accordance with circulars issued by Ministry of Corporate Affairs and SEBI. The registered office of the company is situated in Ahmedabad, which is deemed venue of annual general meeting. Further, the company has taken all the feasible steps to ensure that shareholders are provided with an opportunity to participate in annual general meeting. Now, now that we have ahead towards initiating the proceeding of the meeting, I wish to introduce all the directors and panelists for today's meeting of the company. Today, we have with us our respected Mr. Kunj Bihari Shah, Managing Director. He has joined the meeting from the registered office of the company situated in Ahmedabad. Ms. Parul Shah, full-time director. She has joined the meeting from registered office of the company at Ahmedabad. Mr. Bhargav Mehta, full-time director, has joined this meeting from his residence at Ahmedabad. Mr. Jakshay Shah, non-executive director, has joined the meeting from his office at Ahmedabad. Mr. Dhaval Shah, independent director and chairman of Audit Committee and Nomination and Remuneration Committee, has also joined the meeting from the office at Ahmedabad. Mr. Kalpesh Joshi, independent director and chairman of Stakeholder Committee, has also joined this meeting from his office at Ahmedabad. Ms. Shefali Karan, Chief Financial Officer, has joined this meeting from the registered office of the company at Ahmedabad. Mr. Shritish Patel, I think he is not present in the meeting. Ms.
Here, Niyati, I am here.
Okay, sorry, sir. Mr. Shritish Patel, partner of Manubhai Shah and LLP, chartered accountant, the statutory auditor of the company, has joined this meeting from his office at Ahmedabad. Ms. Anjali Santani, partner of Messrs. SCS and Company LLP, company secretaries. She is a scrutinizer of the company as well as secretary auditor of the company and scrutinizer of the company for this meeting. She has also joined this meeting from their office at Ahmedabad. As per Articles of Association, the directors attending this meeting have unanimously elected Mr. Kunj Bihari Shah as the chairman of 29th Annual General Meeting of the company. The requisite quorum is present and therefore I call this meeting to be an order. At the outset, I will like to go through certain points regarding the participation and voting in this meeting. All the members who have joined this meeting are by default placed on mute to avoid any disturbance from background noise and ensure the smoothness of the meeting. Secondly, members who have not casted their vote through remote e-voting can cast their vote through e-voting facility during the AGM. Now, I request Chairman Sir to share with us overall performance of the company during the financial year 2021. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, Niyati, for introduction, and good afternoon to all. I am Kunj Shah, Managing Director of Zodiac Energy Limited. I welcome you all to this 29th Annual General Meeting of the company. And I would wish all of you to stay safe and healthy. Dear shareholders, it gives me immense pleasure to represent you all on this 29th annual report of your company, Mrs. Zodiac Energy Limited. As you all are aware, we are passing through very turbulent and testing time of COVID-19 pandemic and global shutdown for the year-end review. The world has changed after COVID-19 pandemic, and humanity is still struggling to cope up with different mutants of coronavirus, and wave after wave are engulfing the globe with huge number of cases. Globally, businesses are facing upheaval tasks to stay afloat and survive the situation. Financial year 2020-21 will be remembered as the year of COVID-19. We are grateful to the frontline healthcare workers and other support teams who are selflessly and fearlessly serving humanity during this challenging time and saved us from the further damage from this pandemic. India was relatively successful in managing the first wave of the pandemic outbreak due to strict lockdown and other measures. However, unfortunately, the second wave of COVID-19 has spread the virus much more rapidly across India, including the rural area, which were relatively less impacted during the first wave. We all are now more cautious and hopeful that with an all-out effort, we will be able to overcome the challenging situation our country is facing. The silver lining is the success of large-scale vaccination globally in few countries, including India, in controlling the pandemic that is giving hope to humanity at large. India has now emerged clear winner and largest vaccinator of the globe with more than 1 crore vaccination per day nowadays. With rapid vaccination, we expect that the third wave of COVID-19 will hopefully not impact India much. Dear shareholders, despite the adverse impact of COVID-19, I am very pleased to inform you all that your company has achieved total income of rupees 100.66 crore for the first time in its history, reflecting robust growth of 47% in the income of rupees 68.49 crore for last fiscal year. The company has achieved the magic figure of 100 crore for the first time in its history, and now I am sure under your able guidance, we will be going to achieve milestones after milestones here on. Same way, profit after tax has increased to rupees 4.5 crore in financial year 2021 compared to rupees 3 crore in financial year 2019-20, showing 50% growth in profit. This positive performance amid pandemic time was possible mainly on account of continued support of shareholders and pragmatic leadership provided by the board of directors. The support at all the level of operations by all the employees of your company have played a very crucial role in achieving these results. I would like to thank the entire management team, the workforce, the bankers, the business associates of the company, statutory auditor and statutory secretarial auditor for their continuous support and relentless performance to achieve this performance in this troubled time. I also take this opportunity to thank my fellow directors for their immense support in formulating and steering your company's strategies and policies. I am pleased to announce that in order to improve the corporate governance in your company, the board of directors has appointed two new independent directors, namely Shri Ambar J. Patel and Shri Rakesh A. Patel, in the company's board of directors as an independent director, and requested your approval for the same. Both the new independent directors are industry veterans having vast experience in corporate governance, and I am happy to brief you about their brief profile. Mr. Ambar J. Patel is Managing Director of Shilp Gravures Limited, a listed corporate since 1994. And in 1993, he has started this company as the first Indian company in the business of electronically engraved cylinders to be used for flexible packaging industry. Apart from steering this company since last 38 years, Mr. Ambar Patel is also actively associated with various professional bodies, education, charitable and other trusts like Gujarat Chamber of Commerce and Industry, Ahmedabad Management Association, the Kalupur Commercial Cooperative Bank Limited as a director, Health and Care Foundation, which is Old Polio Foundation, Astha Charitable Trust, Santej Industrial Area Association, etc. I'm sure his expertise and rich experience will help our company to excel in corporate governance and fine-tuning our processes and system. The other director, Mr. Rakesh E. Patel, is old-time director in a well-known spice manufacturer and exporter company, Kitchen Express Limited, situated in Ahmedabad. With background of electronics engineering, but in the business of food export of food and spices, he has a 20 years of experience in the international marketing business. Mr. Patel also represented in the Spice Board of India, a Government of India body for the promotion and export of spice and other food products. His expertise in international marketing will help our company to explore and tap the global markets, which now being opening up for solar industries. With this background, I am welcoming both of them on the board of directors and seeking your approval to approve their appointment. With the addition of these two new independent directors, the strength of board of directors will be total 8 directors, out of which 4 directors are independent directors. That shows the corporate governance philosophy of the company and being more transparent and shareholder friendly company. Your company is now in process for migration to main board of NSE and BSE. We have already received your approval for the same through e-voting. Now your company is preparing for the same and hopefully it will migrate to main boards in coming times. As you all know, the renewable energy is now replacing the fossil fuel energy and from being marginalized source, the renewable energy is fast becoming mainstream energy source. The nations across the world are changing their usage pattern to embrace more and more renewable energy sources, solar being the major among them. Under the able leadership of our beloved Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi ji, India is embarked to deploy 450 gigawatt of green energy by year 2030, including green hydrogen technology and other renewable energy technologies. Your company is prepared for being the part of this journey toward fossil fuel free world. And under Atmanirbhar Bharat Mission, Government of India has introduced PLI scheme to attract the solar equipment manufacturing in big way. And lots of Indian and foreign large corporates are interested and shown their expression of interest to invest big in solar energy sector in India. I'm sure these steps will make India as the hub for solar energy in world, and your company is ready to be part of this journey. I'm sure being pioneer in solar energy EPC space, your company will achieve greater heights in the times to come and deliver long-term value addition to all the stakeholders, namely shareholders, clients, and employees. With this, I thank you all very much and I look forward to receive even greater support from all of you in the coming time. I wish you all to stay safe and stay healthy. Jai Hind. Thank you.
Thank you, Chairman sir. Now, with permission of Chairman, I will begin formal address to the shareholders. Pursuant to MCA and SEBI circulars, the annual report for the financial year 2021, along with notice, board reports, auditor reports, and financial statement has already been circulated to all the shareholders through electronic mode whose email IDs were registered with the companies. I would like to inform that the register of directors and key managerial personnel, register to contracts, and all the other documents referred to the notice are available for inspection in the electronic forms. Members may inspect the same by requesting to the company at cs@zodiacenergy.com. Further, there are no qualification or adverse mark in respective of auditor's report and secretarial audit report. Hence, the auditor report and secretarial auditor report are not required to read at the meeting. The notice of meeting, the annual report as already sent to the members are taken as read. The notice of AGM contains 4 items for the approval for the shareholders through e-voting. As the meeting is convened through electronic platform, that is Zoom platform today, resolutions have been put to vote through remote e-voting only, and the requirement to propose and second is not applicable. For scrutinizing e-voting and remote e-voting process, the company has appointed Messrs. SCS and Company LLP, practicing company secretary, to act as a scrutinizer, who are also available in the meeting. The result will be declared after receiving the scrutinizer report at the earliest within 48 hours after the conclusion of meeting. The results will also be available on the website of the company. With your permission, I will now take up the resolutions as set forth in the notice. The business as specified in the notice of the AGM are, firstly, consideration and adoption of audited financial statement of the company for the financial year ended 31st March 2021 and the reports of directors and auditors thereon. Secondly, appointment of director in place of Mr. Kunj Bihari Shah, who retires by rotation and being eligible for reappointment. Apart from the ordinary businesses, we have 2 special businesses in this meeting. Firstly, special resolution for appointment of Mr. Ambar J. Patel as a non-executive independent director of the company. Secondly, special resolution for appointment of Mr. Rakesh Patel as a non-executive independent director of the company. I would like to inform you that company has not received any request from any shareholder to speak at the annual general meeting, nor received any queries from shareholders before AGM in via mail. The shareholders who have any queries and have not registered themselves with the company as a speaker may send their queries at Zodiac Energy cs@zodiacenergy.com email ID. Now, pursuant to requirement of section 108 of the Companies Act 2013, read with Rule 20 of Companies Management and Administration Rule 2014, Secretarial Standard on General Meeting issued by ICSI, Regulation 44 of SEBI LODR Regulation 2015, and MCA circulars. The company had offered the remote e-voting facility to enable the shareholders to cast their vote electronically on the resolution proposed in the notice of the annual general meeting of the company. The company has appointed NSDL for providing a remote e-voting facility during the meeting. The remote e-voting period was commenced from Friday, 24th September 2021, 9 a.m. and that was end on Sunday, 26 September 2021 at 5 p.m. Since the proceedings are concluded, I request the member to exercise their their voting rights through remote e-voting system provided by NSDL. The time period for which would be 15 minutes after the remote e-voting shall be disabled. That means after conclusion of meeting, you may vote till 15 minutes if you have not voted through electronic through e-voting period. Now I would like to give a vote of thanks. I would like to thank the members of board who are present in the annual general meeting and for their continuous guidance. I would also like to thank all the shareholders for their continued support and faith in our organization. Thank you very much, all of you. See you next year. Goodbye. That's it. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.